the highlight over the years were the people and the connections that you make. Those relationships and that interconnectedness is really the most important thing. I would say working as an IHS or an air advisor in Latin America, you quickly learn that the most important thing is that time you spend cultivating those relationships before you can lay the groundwork for any international health or global health programs. That foundation of trust has to be there before you can do any of the work that you want to do or collaborate on. Mentors that I work with, the people, was really the highlight of my time.
The importance of the missions we were doing becomes apparent after the fact. I heard from an officer, he's a pilot in a Central American Air Force that we worked with for a long time. He was the head of their hospital, which had a flight medicine clinic. We worked with them for years to just help them make improvements, help them with initiatives that they wanted to do to become better at aerospace medicine. And so working together, we really started to integrate that. And I hear from them still when those guys go down there. I hear from him. He was a colonel, but now he's a general in this Central American Air Force. So what's the value of that? What's the value of an international health specialist program that produces medics that are willing to and ready to engage in that sort of partnership? When you start filtering that out and they go back out to their regular jobs in the military, but those links continue.
With a lot of our partner nations, relationships are so important. And so if they see you and they start seeing your face time after time, they really do start building that trust. And the relationships, especially in Kazakhstan, I still talk to those guys and see what's going on and see how they're doing now. And it really is cool to see that growth. And you get to experience what it's like working with another country. You get to see what their perspective is, how they do things. And a lot of our senior leaders draw back on those relationships years and years prior. They were lieutenants together in school. They remembered this guy and something happened in the world and they actually called him up. And I can tell you now, having had some of those relationships, by all means, when something happens in Kazakhstan and I see it on the news, I'm texting my friends. It was very relational and it was very much built with persistence and perseverance and just making that effort to keep going over, making the effort to keep offering different things to finally get to a yes of what both countries were trying to get to.
I have a 30-year relationship with the Surgeon General of Chile. In 1995, I went down to Panama and I gave a lecture in Spanish. The fascinating part of that was I'm not a native Spanish speaker. I don't speak Spanish well, but I stumbled through it and literally the people took their headphones off, they smiled and they looked, and about halfway through I said, okay, let me speak in English. That's my primary language. And they put their headsets back on and they frowned. And it dawned on me that this is the issue. And at that particular conference, Chile was there. And the Chilean Surgeon General sent me 2 bottles of Chilean wine. And I thought, what's going on? And he invited me to come down and visit him. So the Chilean Surgeon General and I then had a very cordial relationship for a number of years, resulting in the exchange officer program starting in 2000 and continuing for 10 years. That started in 95 with the talk in Panama. The young captains and majors that were there in 95 subsequently became the Surgeons General of Chile Air Force. And so those interactions are very, very positive, and they continue to this day.